Turn to page 7 of the current center prayer. Start with Refuge and Bodhisattva and the regular Sunday morning prayers. Following the order of go through. In the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through the merit from giving and the rest, to aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through the merit from giving and the rest, to aid all may I become Buddha. In the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest, to aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the flow destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Siddhartha and Lord of the world, supreme God of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the spiritual Shakti-man, I prostrate and make offerings and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Siddhartha, knower of the world, supreme God of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the spiritual Shakti-man, I prostrate and make offerings and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one God beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Siddhartha, knower of the world, supreme God of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the spiritual Shakti-man, I prostrate and make offerings and go for refuge. When, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides and then said, I am supreme. To you who are wise men I prostrate, with pure bodies, forms supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not. Incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean. To you, the one God to dustness I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path to sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, all who feel qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts. To you, the sublime community attending virtue I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever derive homage, to all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms, in all aspects. With supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions. Perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. The star or mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion of drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud, see condition things as such. Through these merits
they sentient beings attain the rank of all seeing, subdue the flow of faults, and deliver from sorrow, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death.
From Tushin's time, Prince of God's protector's side, to the tip of this fresh, pure white, he heard like cloud, undrawn by God's omniscient King. Pray, come to this place with field for my mind of faith. Your wisdom might sees full range unknowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, fame, glory, outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile. God, hear and see, pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light, perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and in vision, offered up to you, supreme field of merit. Non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what has contradicted three vows, each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned mundane concerns, made life essence full. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable Gurus from life and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, graceless of rain of vast profound Dharma, on fields of disciples just as needed. May virtue that I here gather bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may venerable loaves on droplets, essential teachings specially shine forever. We say Tsongkhapa, those on thy page are thy soul of them. O glorious and precious fruit, Guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious fruit, Guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments great assembly of monks and the great assembly of disciples. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomenal power, profound illumination. At that very time, the superior element, the side of the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the finite aggregates also. And through the power of the Buddha, the Lord says to the superior element, the power of the side of the great being, how should a child of Buddha be trained who wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior element, the power of the side of the great being, replied to the venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the Buddha wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom should look perfectly like this, subsequently looking perfectly and correctly in the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form. Emptiness is not other than form, form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, composition, factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement, no separation, no time. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no composition, no factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind. No visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental tongue. There is no I element and so forth, no mind element, no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance and so forth, no creation of likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on the perfection of wisdom. And because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in 3 times by relying on the perfection of wisdom become manifested complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete mind. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of everyone, the unsurpassed mantra, is equal to the unequal mantra. The mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, since it is not false, we know we know the truth. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Shariputra, this is how the Bodhisattva, the great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O thou who believest, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tathagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the venerable Shariputra, the superior Bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, gods, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy, supreme abode of the beings possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwavering care and compassion such as your children, homage to the hopes of the 3 places of kingdoms. Through the power and truth of the exalted individual speech, may all undecided activities such as the 4 modesties may become non-existent, may become pacified. All enemies of circus and hindrances shanti is so the 80,000 types of obstructions pacified, free from adverse harmful conditions, may all be conducive and perfect auspiciousness, bring happiness and well-being here, right now. Chonama, Jang Chubari, Dagi Kyasuchi, Dagi Chunin, Ibe Sonamchi, Drola Penshi Sanji Drupa Sho. Chonam Suki Chonama, Jang Chubari, Dagi Kyasuchi, Dagi Chunin, Ibe Sonamchi, Drola Penshi Sanji Drupa Sho. Jodan Soki Chonama, Jang Chubari, Dagi Kyasuchi, Dagi Chunin, Ibe Sonamchi, Drola Penshi Sanji Drupa Sho.
Good. Good size. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Yoshida.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Yoshida.
Welcome back.
And thank you. Merry Christmas. Let Merry Christmas. Let Happy New Year. How was your New Year? Everyone a big party? No. Bored? Oh. Good anyway. Usually when we was kids, I think it's very exciting. Christmas and New Year, right? And when I was a kid, tomorrow is New Year, the parents give to the new clothes. You know, then tomorrow we can wear the new clothes. And before you sleep, we just wear everything wear the sleep. Tomorrow we're really, you know, very exciting. And here, I think this is most kids give. There's some gift, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a very good thing, something to new happen. It was. We all like to something new, right? And usually, every day is new. You know, today is completely new. Just happened today, right? Never happened yesterday. Never happened before that. Today is new and we don't feel it. Anyway, I'm very happy to back to see all of you. When a little bit, you know, situations are a little hard in India and Nepal, I miss you guys. Everything is very smooth, not much. But Kim and I had a very good time to India. Also, Anishi, maybe most people know, maybe some people doesn't know. She was also from here, and she studied India. The nunnery. Nunnery means, you know, female monks college. We have a lot of colleges in India, and she studied one of there in Dharamsala. He's holding the Dalai Lama live near there she studied. She was in the Kurukulla center a long time. Then she come back vacation. Maybe some people know. Right? And most people know. Then we all have very good time with His Holiness the Lama, teaching about 7 or 8 days in South India, where it's very hard, over 80-90 degrees, over a couple of hundred thousand, maybe about 15,000 monks, nuns, big hall, very, very close, very tight, very hard. And we have good time. Then we went to pilgrimage for Buddha's holy place came back, I went to India, many different places. It's Buddhism history. After Buddha passed away, 200 years after Buddha passed away, many old places, many holy places. Then we went to when Buddha was born. Birth is Nepal, right now. Doing that in India, called Rinpoche. And also we went to Buddha when he passed away, a place. And also we went to see Buddha, one of Buddha's previous life. He gave his body to family of the target. Anyway,
What did you say? He was applied to what?
Tigers.
Oh, the type.
targets. Yeah. My English you have to guess, okay? I just sort of hang. Oh yeah, he told me just to say, just hang. Then, anyway, we went to Nepal, India, a lot of holy places, or different places. How many people already went to India? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you guys never? India and Nepal is very completely different than the United States. If you go there, I think you learn a lot of things. Especially the people just don't grow up in this country. They think maybe you see some newspapers or newses, otherwise you think every old places, countries like this place, but not. Everything's culture, weather, how the people live, completely different in this country. And you go to India, then you come back, you really appreciate for this country. But we stay here, we say, oh, terrible, not bad, this problem, that problem, that's not good, heat doesn't work, electricity doesn't work, my car doesn't start, too much traffic, we complain here, right? Anyone have complained, right? Well, it's too loud, something wrong. But you go to India, then you come back, it's, oh, this is very heaven. Right?
Yeah.
But you learn a lot of lessons. It's we Buddhism say all things depends. It depends. It depends, everything. Therefore, compare for United States, India, Nepal, very poor country, everything very dirty. Anyway, completely different. You don't know lessons. You can see right now. I think people just only grow here. They think every place is like sense here, right? But not. Therefore, there is a very holy place, but very poor country. The people is much relaxed than here. Not too rush, not too stressed, not that much stressed, not that much stressed. I'm not saying you guys stressed, okay? I'm not saying the general of this country, the people, more developed country people, more stressed, right?
Yeah, sure.
Therefore, in India and Nepal, people more calm, I think more relaxed. There's not much new things happen, but now people more relaxed. The main purpose, what we need is relaxed mind. They show us, what is that? Anyway, we went to very holy places. We had very good time. Then some place very hot, some place very cold. In India and in Delhi, you will never see very clean sky. What's it? Blue sky. No, all the finishes. And Nepal also like that. No. But our weather is also very cold. And many, anyway, very different things have place. If you go to India, Nepal, maybe Tibet, you learn a lot of things. And we have very good time. And we then come back. The weather is India is someplace colder, but yes, much cold. Then, like, this is my just a little bit about my trip India. You all know a little bit. You send message every week where we are going. You guys also see, but just a little bit explain. Now we start New Year, right?
Yes.
How many days ago? Almost
18.
18. Wow. You know, when 2000 start, that time I was in India. And I thought, wow, now 2000 start, really, you know, something. Look at it. Surprise. Because before we said 190, you know, 98, 94, 97, you know. And 2000 start, something very big happened. But not 2000, even 2014 is very gone. Not this year, 15. Therefore, then how was your 2014? Sometimes up, sometimes down, right? All of you have some. Even I'm not very bad mouth. Come on. I think everybody no one have very perfect, right? Everyone sometimes up, sometimes down, sometimes up, sometimes down. But they're already finished. We cannot bring back 2014. It's not possible, right? It's good to happen, bad to happen, already gone. Now future is more important. Then I usually, you know, talk about this lot. If you have bad experience, 2014 is very done, very gone, but you also think about it, why it happened? If up, down, why? Who did? Why did it happen? It's not just come from the sky. Therefore, something cause or conditions this happen. This cause or condition also I think depends for our own activity, own actions. Therefore, I think motivation is very important. Now you start, oh no, okay, now my 2014 is up, down, is gone. But I'll try to best for my 2015. I want to happy now, right? Anyone happy? Anyone wish to be happy, right? No one say, oh, I want to live the software. Right? I think all of you, you know that one Buddhist master said, even the insects, the running, what they're running? To looking for happiness. On the birds, to fly on the sky, what they fly all the day? They're looking for happiness, right? Then for us, how many hours we running? we 24 hours, then how many hours we sleep, how many hours we running? 9 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. For what? Looking for happy, right? We think it's true. We going to walk for what? Looking for happiness, right? Things to come smooth, things to enough. Therefore, all sentient beings, correct? But today, just not here, otherwise I'm taking on papers. They're all looking for happiness. All sentient beings, same is us. All. Therefore, now for us, also looking for happiness. Then 2014 is already gone. Now 2014 or the 15, we try to best person. If you mistakes, don't think you commitment. Like say, okay, I did mistake last year like that. No, I'm not doing again this mistake this year. Right? You do them do mistake this again this year, and then next year, and they're getting better. Therefore, one day you're the perfect person. It's possible. Therefore, motivation is very important. Okay, I did this lot of mistakes for, but last year or this year, I'm trying to things to more smooth, more calm, more relaxed. Just to commitment, okay? Then try to just walk, go front. Then when you start, you just start today. Every morning when you get up, you think also, oh, I'm a very fortunate person. I didn't die last night. Day before when I go sleep, no sleep, nothing done. Next day, some people already died. Some people cannot get up. This happened, right? Therefore, when you get up in the morning, you say, oh, I'm very fortunate. I didn't die last night. I don't have anything happen. Not today. Better person, good person. Every day. The motivation is very important. Every actions, every actions. Without motivation, most not happen there, action. Without, come on, maybe, you must go. Without motivation, most is something, some happen there, but most without motivation, not happen the action. No. Therefore, motivation is very important. In the morning, when you get up, or today, I'm not angry with my co-workers. Are you guys angry with the co-workers? When we angry with who? Our co-workers, our families. Right? Without our co-workers, without our family members, we cannot live. It's true. Therefore, not angry with them. Sometimes say, oh, I'm not angry at them, but he or she make me angry. Right? Right? Yeah, I'm very good. I'm very patient, but he or she always complains for me. But this is they or he or she complaining for you, for us. But I'm not talking about just only you guys here, just general, human society, the activities. But we check, okay, he or she complain me. What the cause? Maybe you do some wrong action. Maybe say something doesn't like he or she. Therefore, he or she also get angry with you back. True? Hello, I think my English finished. I have some English, then I use that English. I have no more semi-English. This is a problem, right?
So anyway, it's important to set up a proper motivation. And so when you wake up in the morning, you should set up a proper motivation, thinking that I will try to be as good as possible today. I will not cause any harm to others, to my families, to co-workers and so forth. And I will try to help them as much as possible. So you should set up this kind of thought or motivation in the morning.
And then
and instead, if you set up a motivation, or in other words, which means thinking. So if you think, oh, that person was very bad to me yesterday, I should respond accordingly, and I should do something bad. If you think like that, set up motivation in that way, then the moment you see that person later, and the anger burst out. So when we become angry like that, who does it harm? It mainly harms ourselves. So there isn't anybody who doesn't care about oneself, right? So that's why in the teaching it says that if you care about yourself, if you love yourself, if you want yourself to be happy, then you should not cause harm to others. So if you become angry, then the suffering that comes from the anger is experienced by oneself, right? But that anger will also make others, one's friends, one's families, unhappy. So just like we don't want any sufferings, others don't want too. So therefore, just try best to not give any sufferings to others. So anyway, in the morning when you wake up, then you set up a motivation, thinking that today I'm going to try to help others as much as possible and will not cause any harm to them as much as possible. So you should go to work with this kind of thought. And so if you go with this kind of motivation, that will help you to have a good time, good day. And when you also face some kind of problems, then you will not exaggerate that problem, make it into a big problem. So this problem we have a lot in this country, right? So even if it's a very small problem, we tend to make it a big problem.
되게 소소가 세면이 아니야. 다들 미디가 가면도 그만 니가 인들이 하고 치마. 치마 소소게 곰자네. 소소게 이제 로파장장은 칠칠 말만 그래서.
For example, if someone says that, oh, you came late to work today, just more simple thing, right? Or you come to work late always. If somebody says that, then your mind starts to think, oh, this person is very bad. This is complaining about me, and always you make this, you keep on meditating on that thought, thinking what this person said, and then you make it bigger and bigger problem.
What? Do you
do that, honestly speaking? And so when such small things happen, and then when even the way that other people look at you, right, and then you start to think, oh, maybe the person doesn't like me, and so forth. So you always, come up with all these wrong reasons, to make your anger, become bigger and bigger towards that person. And so you should not do that. Instead, if somebody says you are late, then you should say, oh, I'm sorry, and then that's it. You can just leave it like that. Don't care too much about what the other person said. And so most of us, we always tend to exaggerate the problem by thinking like that and make it more and more look a bigger problem and experience more suffering for ourselves. And of course, when we go to work, even with the kind of good motivation or good thought, we still may face things that's difficult, and sometimes we're not able to do as best as we can. And then when you come back home, you think about that, and then say, oh, today I did this good, this good. I wasn't able to do this well, and so forth. Then said, oh, tomorrow I'll try to do my better, and I'll try to do better tomorrow. And so that way, on a day-to-day basis, then you can make things become better and better for yourself.
아니 남이 주제지 이바야나니 뭔가 직들이 수수 이만 같이 이바도 사나 대는 요셔지는 샤바치 야고체는 대라 가고 공지야 아니 대만은 이거는 뭐지 이렇게 좀 쓰는
And so, as a Dharma practitioner, you should recollect all the things that you have done. So anything you have done bad, you should generate a sense of strong willpower towards that and purify that with purification practice. And whatever good things you have done, you should rejoice on that. And that way you can multiply the merit. And then at the end, you can dedicate for the benefit of all sentient beings and for the teachings of the Dharma, of the Buddha, to increase and so forth.
What did the Tachi go? Lotano, you don't know what I see them go to the Tasha, what you do, and I'm not going to let you about it. Lord, never much in which years and content of kids.
And so, as I mentioned earlier, the year 2015 has just started. It's been about 16, 17 days only. So it's still not too late to set up a proper motivation for the rest of the year. And so you can think that for this year, I will try to be a good person as much as possible. I will try to benefit others as much as possible, and if I'm not able to benefit, at least I will not cause any harm to them. So in order to cause harm to others, you don't have to stab somebody with a knife or shoot with a gun. You know, you can, if you do something harmful with your body, speech, and mind, then that is causing harm to others.
간지 미 셴베가 소설은 내가 가는 경우도 근데 특별한 것도 생각 끼우는 거고
So how do we feel harmed by others? You know, if somebody says a few bad words, then we feel harmed, right? It's similar, you know, to others.
아니 저도 단테 로종 문자에 다시 가로 다시 해서가다 아니 미치는 마다를 생각하다 이게 그 되게 와서 이게 듣자들 봐주 뭐 도나 뭐 통화 땅 한테를 맞춰 가지고 왔어.
And also, like, you know, when we're writing, as you guys are very expert in writing, you know, even you can write without type, you know, without looking at the keyboard, right? And so then we just have to be careful about the words that you use. So, you know, make sure that, you know, don't use the words that will cause harm to others, that will harm others' feelings.
But you guys very good to write, right? You know, this is when I was in India. You know, the custom, immigration, right?
Yeah.
The Indian immigration, just very slow. They looking here, here, you know, the keyboard just, you know, with my name, you know, you got here one, they just look here. Maybe one person they finish it, they have no problem, just put the information there. Maybe takes 5 minutes. Maybe 10 minutes, you know, because they're not very good person. Experienced staff, you know. They look here, they just push one. They don't know the keyboard. You guys know that just. Like, you know, therefore, you know, the kind of case here, I like when you eat it down. And the bone number it down, you should be similar. I'm going to be similar. 내어들이 이거 소설들이 이거도가 소설에 영원 맛이 안 좋아요.
And so anyway, causing harm to others in these ways, you know, by saying certain words to hurt others, or writing words, you know, on the computer, or even like showing a certain kind of behaviors, you know, of your body, which may hurt another person's feeling.
그래. tenley da tudukol samlo tane tenley jembal newa tiwana ti newa tiwen jebala sosu bachi wa ko.
And so when we cause harm, you know, to others in this way, then the result of that harm, you know, is the experience of the suffering that is experienced by oneself.
다 번쩍 내가 지어도 이유가 이 맞을 때 소수 맞지 완다 다 밀어내고 맞지 제말하고 맞지 있으면 다 사실 그걸 놓치겠어.
So this causes harm, you know, to others, but as a result of that, it causes harm to ourselves. You know? So therefore, you know, Buddha advised not to cause harm to others.
또 뭐 아니 사지가 라자잖아요. 또 랑게 리나 빼는 전화도 맞지 있어 그랬어.
And then also in Buddha's advice, he said, you know, by taking one's body as an example, you know, don't cause harm to others' bodies.
근데 이 말도 지금 간지 일이 나도 이번 주 야부처럼 제도 말씀. 일이 나와 로 갈래 야야야 나와서 나도 로좀 들어가. 그 이번 주 처럼 스타일도 이마 나와 로 갈래 나도 나와서 주바지 잘했어.
And so there's no way we can perfect, you know, in one day. You know, so it has to be on a gradual process, with many days, many months, many years, many lives like that. You know? And so same with in a study, right? In the when you go to study in the college or school, you don't gain all the knowledge in one day. You gain all these knowledges, and after many days, many months, many years like that, right?
근데 이제 그 가서나 어딘지다 소소 싸움이 소소소 먹게서 지면다 소소 야보여 왔는데 소소문이 얘네들이 갈이 야제다 야야다 지고 그래서
since there isn't any of us, you know, who don't love ourselves, who don't care about ourselves, and therefore we should you know, do the things, you know, that will be of good or benefit ourselves, you know, on a daily basis.
근데 전에 지금 간제 나출로로 재워야 되는데 나주 로조 지나 나온다 이거 말이야. 아니 나주 로조 채워라 때문에 수준대로 로제만 몰래 이거.
And so by studying Buddhism, you can gain many knowledges. You don't have to be a Buddhist in order to study or practice Buddhism.
나중 냠내 제 그바로 가야 된다. 수준세는 여봐도 안 돼.
And the purpose of studying Dharma is to transform one's mind.
그냥 나도 지금 가로 저러 깜보지 저러 방을 저러 지어버리나 저러 방이 그게까지 저러도 많이 오는 들어와.
So, for example, if there is certain things which has to be softened by drenching or by putting it in water, then the purpose of putting it in water is to make it soft, right?
나중에 염려 제로 좀 제외 그밖에는 수수세는 이제 왔다야 되겠어.
And so, similarly, the purpose of practicing Dharma is to transform one's mind.
이제와 갈단 것은 나 수수지지 샘 마루와 샘 양보 매워서 넣어서 그래서.
So when we say transform our mind, what kind of mind should we be transforming? Is the mind that are negative, afflictive emotions or minds. So that you have to transform into a positive mind.
간식 된적이 다쭉 되는 거쭉 나 가리는 나 삼대 나 숙지 무슨 데 때문에 와서 그래서 출출당 그래서.
Principle is that mind which thinks about oneself all the time. That's the mind that we should transform.
만든 요다 최선 싸와 용사설 둘이 남겨랑 나 삼대 대로 대로.
And so all the problems that we experience, mainly it comes from this mind of thinking I all the time. And so because of grasping at this I or mind, then we get all these problems. Is that how it is? So if you have studied Buddhism before and heard about this, then you will understand that, right? But if you haven't studied before, then you might be wondering how is that?
아무나 그 말을 특이해 보려면 얘는 얘 가봐도 그냥 얘만 얘는 말 그 지금도 또 나한테 이런 거.
So for example, if somebody becomes angry at you, or you become angry at somebody, then you have reasons. I am angry with this person. I don't like this person because this person harmed me. This person did this to me. This person did that to me, and because of that, I get angry. So it's because of grasping at that I. Then you get angry and all other things.
It's true. Oh my. Me, my children. This is my right. Or we say, maybe my family have something they did. Maybe my car has, they hit my car. Right? Maybe my fence they take down. Maybe they put their dog to my backyard. Like me or my. First, is you think it's true? If maybe you fight your husband or wife. What's in the boyfriend? How come? Or he doesn't listen what I said, what I want. It's come first?
Yes.
True, right? Therefore, Buddhism said, oh, this is no good person, no good mind. You have to put a little water up there. He said, me, I. Put a little water there. A little bit, kind of, this
Make it smaller.
Okay? Therefore, it's the main cause. The root cause is all the problems is the mind thinking I or my. True? It's not easy, especially for you also new hearing that Buddhism. Maybe you never heard that. Therefore, sometimes in Buddhism explain all the problems. The who create, we create. The people say, oh, this is not true. Buddhism is not very nice. They blame for
So this is me. I don't think I have that problem, but they're blaming me.
What the day is Kasana? Mamson Nambegi, Pentata, but the Tambo Nashi, Dala Shiji, Dark and Deshi Mila Chichi, Zucho Shadara, woman by Indula Chichi, the Tambo Nat Chickers, the name Ned Chickers, the little in Yobala Tenley, and it Duma, and it a teaching by Yogues. They do not that travel and the only that you travel some teaching with the choice easy, but the daughter of your woman to be not to so as well.
So this is what the great scholar Chandrakirti said in his engaging in the middle at the beginning. He says, so first we have grasping at the I, then from there comes mind, so me and mine, and then with that, then we we bring all the sufferings. All the sufferings come from that. Subsequently, all the sufferings come from that. And to the mind, which wishes to free all this suffering, the great compassion, I make prostration.
And young Nando Padichirolia, Semanamji, Jujulia. Toby Tower, not such a chicken was, Toby Tower said it, Nando Toby Tower, Yasmek, Smell Kino, today racing of Lava, what they also race like Padichirolia.
And also Dharmakirti said in his compendium of Vedic cognition that so by by separating from the net of the conceptual thought, and so the conceptual thought is the mind that causes us all the suffering. So as long as we have that, we're like caught in the net of the sufferings. So it says that we should free from that net of conceptual thought. So this net also consists of other delusions like attachment, anger, ignorance, jealousy, and so forth. So as long as we are in there, caught in that net, this misconception thoughts, then we'll never be happy.
I know some Tindi Tangan, their charge, Shadon, Control, Maja, Trado, Tindi, looking at Joanna, can't kill your mice.
Any of these minds, like attachment, anger, jealousy, ignorance, and so forth, any of these minds, when that arises in our mind, we'll not be happy.
It's true. When you get angry, are you happy? No, right? Are you jealous of someone? Are you happy? Not comfortable, right? Therefore, Rinpoche down the church, much
so that's why Lama Tsongkhapa also said that we are, sentient beings, caught in the iron cage, of the self-grasping ignorance, and bloomed in the ignorance of not knowing the reality and so forth.
And down the thing position, and the money better move on, Michigan Wanga, and it's so like a movie, no change it, and doing
So because we are prisoned in the cage of the grasping at the self, and then caught in the darkness of the ignorance, attachment, anger, ignorance, and so forth, and then we create all these wrong actions, which brings all the sufferings. Is that like that?
What do you think? You have to check, okay? Buddha said, don't ask what I said. Buddha said that. Buddha gave complete freedom. This is my experience. This is I understand, but don't accept you have faith for me. No.
So Buddha said you don't have to accept just because you have faith in it.
No. Seche dawe seche na mai kaso mara mato. Ye kana ba ni ngor da na ore mares.
So this is what Buddha said. He said, you should check my teaching just like you would check a gold. So when you check the gold, you check the gold by burning it, by cutting it, and by rubbing it and so forth. So that's how you check the gold. So just like that, you should check my teaching.
So,
and so through checking it that way, then you should accept it, not because you have faith in me. And so and this is what Buddha advised. Buddha gave the teachings like that. And whether it's true or not, you should check it yourself. You are all very educated from the 20th century with all the educations, the science, and so forth. So you should check what Buddha said is true or not. And so Buddha's teaching, really accords, with the thoughts that we have in our daily lives. So, for example, a scholar, from a Buddhist tradition, like for example, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, is regarded as a scholar by all, and so whenever the Dalai Lama has a dialogue or discussion with the scientists, he is able to answer all their questions. It's not that they ask questions in a scientific way, but His Holiness answers. Gives them the right answer. It's not that His Holiness studied about science. He didn't study. He answers according to Buddhist philosophy, Buddhist thought, and so that answers their question. That means it goes along with the science. So science is what we believe as the truth, right? So how things really are, that's what the science prove, right?
But the science all the time fail, right? They bring one dark man which can turn the man to the yard each day. Young Roger Monte like that.
And so they come, the scientists, they come with a kind of a drug or medicine, and they say this is the best medicine, and then next year it will change again, no more best medicine. There's another one that's coming better.
And now you will not Shambada, Nijeda, Sewase, the Penny Cheboja, Tenzo Yaboyana, Tenzo Gom Yamacha, Susura Pegawate, the woman Sanjo Sonshire. Because Chewayana coach chairman, Konimachibata, then some Charlie over.
So, whatever the scientists have investigated and research, that can change. What they say is like that can change. But whatever Buddha has taught, like the correct view of emptiness or loving kindness, compassion, no matter how many, it was correct at that time, and it's still correct, and it's always correct to meditate on that all the time.
What today by the time I'm not sure some Lujana Yaboshira is a Lonoche. Nabachi Maji, Saji, Jim, the water was. The Lujan Chevron, Susan Penny, on the Chalamone.
And so you can study, Buddhism and practice. There are so many things that you can extract from the Buddhist teachings, Buddha's teachings. So whether you follow Buddha or not, or whether you become Buddhist or not, it's all up to you.
이나야 로로 제와는 수주가 때가 계속 보내는 지르모지 당보 자체 되고 마도 받은 좋은 던지 더 마셔서 말해서 와 아니 몸을 두고 그래.
And but if you study and practice, then there are so many benefits that you can receive from that. And also, Tsongkhapa said you have to study a lot at the beginning, and then all these studies, the teachings that you have studied, should appear as an instruction to yourself.
아니 산지가 라베다 나한테 열어봤어. 두배 뜨문면서 들으면서 꿈을 나서 먼저 뭐지 좋았어. 두바서야 돼. 다 수수고 말이면 봤어야 돼. 정말 야수들 했어. 대금이 개야 말했어. 들라고 그랬어. 대문을 해도 말했어.
So also in the teaching of the Buddha, he said that study, is the is the best of the lamp, best of the light or lamp, to dispel the darkness of ignorance. So if you study, then you come to understand, then you no longer be ignorant. And and it says it's also the best of the possession because it cannot be stolen by anybody.
It's true.
It's true.
Right? Therefore, like these things, you have to also compare each one, true or not. Just not just say, oh, Buddha said that. Just check. And I say, oh.
Maybe test it, try it.
Yeah, test to try. It's true or not. Buddha said, don't be angry. He said, don't be angry. Why? If you're angry, you're not happy. We check. Okay. That's not angry. If you're angry, you're not happy. Okay, I'm checking. Maybe you after a while, maybe so you can just make something to, mistake. Then you get angry. Then you tell him, I'm happy or not? You're not happy, right? Even you're angry, you have very delicious food here. Not test. Even you're very, very comfortable bed. Very thick cloth much there, very comfortable. You couldn't sleep. You just lay down, right? This is your experience. How we have to experience, we have to change. Then even now I'm talking about here. Then India, the people sleep on the floor. Even some place nothing, some place just very thin cloth, just with thin cloth on the floor. They sleep there, very comfortable, very big snowy, very. For us here, very big thick, warm blanket, very good temperature, but you couldn't sleep just. That's a lot for our mind making, right? Then we have to buy something to eat. We just read that. Okay, how much quality is, how much fat, how much. You have to read that. You go to the store and I can see Lord they buy the. I said, Chongkhapa anyway. Chongkhapa, box
So all the ingredients, when you buy your food, canned food, you have all the information about the ingredients and how much calories and how much fat and all these things written there. So you read all those things, right?
Right? Because we don't want fat. We thought to eat very healthy food, right? Here, India, Nepal, just lot of dance here, lot of dogs walking here, lot of birds here. It's just their hands very dirty, they touch everywhere, they just eat, but maybe they're more healthy. There were other things. The mind is very different for our own activities. The reason of the love was Mandu Kawa, no, Peke, 2%. Come same to them, then to do it. They do not need
so the most of the disease we have in our body is related to the wind and the wind in our body, how the wind circles in our body, and also the bile and like a jaundice, and so those happens in our body if our mind is disturbed. So it happens, it is all, depends on the mind. It depends on the mind. So if the mind is
disturbed, not happy, and so forth, then that will cause the body to get sick with those things.
그래서 나도 샘 쭉. 아니 얘다 지고 가려고 가마지고 나도 니도 방어 생어 아니 야라 신호도 제가 용도 왔어.
And so therefore, and because our mind is disturbed, and therefore, no matter how comfortable our bed is, how comfortable the temperatures in the room, we still couldn't fall asleep, and then we have to wake up in the middle of the night, go to get some water, drink, and to help ourselves and to get back to sleep.
True. You guys have then you have to take the dog. Alright? The dog must make us. Today that today don't my gosh, some
So if we make sure that our mind is not disturbed, if we are very conscientious about our thoughts, then we will not have to take those drugs.
가디는 나도 가디는 수주선 나오지 않냐 수주선은 따지 지면 가디는 미셔버 짱짱하는 거 제체를 고야 뭐야 그렇지 제일 맞은 나라 반도도 이거서
So we
서로 뒤집도 그랬어.
So we never think about our own mind. We think about other people. We don't think about how our mind is thinking. We always blame on others. So this person is doing that person is doing that, and so forth. So always pointing at others. We should point at ourselves and check ourselves and make sure ourselves are acting or behaving properly.
Have you guys also checked your own activity? What are you doing? What are you saying? No, most not. We say always checking. Oh, he's not good person. She's not good person. Well, he doesn't do that. Therefore, sometimes we need to also check a little bit. Investigation for our own activity, what I'm doing, what I say, what I'm thinking. Therefore, what I say. Anyway, most important is try to open mind, relax the mind, try to build mind, a big, you have very big back, big huge back, also maybe
So some bag, that you can expand, make it bigger, you open a zip and then it becomes bigger.
Right, okay? We need to let their mind. Everything just fit that. Our mind is too small. When something good happens, it's very exciting. A little bit of bad things happen, we just come down, not like that. Good things happen, bad things happen, this is nature. Therefore, we need to feed our own mind. Then, we call not always to stone, I, me. They make it more uncomfortable. Okay? Then you check again. Not always to think about what I say is correct, what I saw is correct. What I do is correct. Don't think that. Maybe don't think that maybe too much, maybe not order. Then they check it's true or not. We have ignorance. We think we are whatever we say, this is right way. Then we say some words, then big problem. Then we think whatever I do, this is right. If we do something, they go wrong way. It's not a problem. Right? Therefore, this is, we need to always a little bit thinking about our own activity, our own mind. Like that, then is that Kardina, I'm Kadina, around the Yen and the Yen is such a Titoena, so
and also if we can care more about others than oneself, then we'll have lesser problems.
So what? 아니 나도 나비를 주나라 다 샹주 샘샘 거면 요래서 다 샹주 샘샘 공부 있나 다 라제 봐 로제 봐 다다 제 봐. 아니 다도 제 봐요 그래서 봐.
And so in Buddhism, it explains about the bodhicitta, altruistic attitude or bodhicitta. If we are able to generate that, that's the mind that if we are able to generate, then we'll be happy. Others will be happy. We'll be happy now and we'll be happy ultimately.
아니 Java Pension Jadishim Shimara Sabati, Shimaya, Kawa Tamara, Kong Zeba, Tone, the Pember says, and Kawa Bottom about Kali Jadin, Sanjit Zugo, Tashanju Sabati, Marishanju Cindy, Tajala Yashuyamba, Lacha Yashuyamba, Tomaris, Hako is
So, Shantideva, the great master, said in his Guide to the Buddhist Way of Life that all these countless Buddhas, through meditating for countless eons, have found out that this is the best mind, and the bodhicitta, this mind and the bodhicitta is the best mind.
And it is a and it's do not Jatra Shema the way Nayang, Shanju and the Kadina Toyo Maris.
And so, if you have this mind, then you can get rid of all these thousands or billions of sufferings.
That day, not to some number, Shanju sent them to Jimmy somebody, Jan Pentoche somebody, and somebody, and you're right to Baroni to my youngest Labaris, tell him to Towers.
And so, just like I said earlier, you should check again. You should check it. Just because Buddha said that, you don't have to accept. You can check. So, the bodhicitta I mentioned earlier is a mind, altruistic attitude, a mind that cares about others, don't care, more cares about others more than oneself. So if you have that mind, you'll be happy, and yourself will be happy, and others will be happy, others around you will be happy also. Whether that's true or not, you should check it yourself. For example, if there's somebody who works for others, then we all praise about that person. That person is very good, he works for others, right? And if we have somebody who only works for himself, then we say, oh, that person is very not good, only think about himself. So, see, just because you think about others, it says that person is good, right?
What did the time to Kadina? Didn't Loni to Janga, that didn't mention a Kadinachi. Jana Pentoche, he somebody this month come to Tainas.
And so we should set up this mind, thinking I shall try to develop this bodhicitta or altruistic attitude as much as possible for the rest of this year, 2015.
Okay? Then maybe next year we are much better. Maybe 2013, no, 2016 or 17 we become Bodhisattva. This is possible now. If you study,
because just like it says, there isn't anything that doesn't become easy, with the familiarization. So, at the beginning you didn't know how to type without looking, right? So you became expert in typing through becoming more and more familiar with that.
Right?
So same with the driving, right? So if you're experienced, you're used to that, then it's not difficult. But at the beginning, when you were not used to it, it wasn't that easy, right? And so in the same way, you can also, it can also become easy for you to have this thought of benefiting others if you familiarize yourself with that. So try to develop that mind as much as possible. And also you should think about the reason why it is important to generate that kind of mind. If you don't see the reason, then maybe you might not work on that. So if you see the reason, then you will. So you can think about the reason why it is important, why it is worthy to develop that kind of mind and so forth.
And
so just by the simple reason that others are more than oneself, right? Others are many, oneself is just one. So more are important or one is important? More. Right? So if it's just for that reason, you can think that thinking about others is more important than thinking about oneself.
Well, this country is a democracy country, right? Or a democracy?
Democratic.
Democratic, right? More is more important, right? There were me and others are more, they're more important. More, others have more power. 다 제나야, 제나 배도 좀 제나. 근데 공부가 가르침으로 왔어. 나리 가르침보 인자 고들라 야고요 그래서 모르겠어.
So other reason why you should care about others is because others have been very kind to you. Right? Because of that reason, because they have been very kind to you, they have given all these things to you. Therefore now it is your turn to be nice or good to them.
세상 전세도 르바도 마보다 마도 지금 자사가 지금 시대에서 키우는 르바도 전세도 마보다 마도 삼다고 말씀 나도다 이제 성보식으로 주의 성장 탄주했다는 것을 왔어.
So when we study philosophy in the monasteries, we all think about all these logics and reasons, to prove that things are such and such. But here you don't have to go through all those debates. You can just think in a simple way, just because of these simple reasons. You can think on how others are more important than yourself.
답변이 야 다른 사람도 야다 수말 가르침으로 있어. 너 찍니 두고 말이야. 고갈 가르침으로 모두 상담하고 같이. 시찬이 시행사대 삼시 시험 소리를 제거도 못 가르침으로 왔어.
And so you don't have to think, by pointing on each and other person, each and every person, saying, oh, this person has been kind to me, or that person has been kind to me. In general, the others are more, others have been very kind to us, right?
배차량 다 들어간 거야. 저도 사야, 동야, 고야 자선 미심을 소리로 소소리 찍어 왔어.
So, for example, the food that we eat, the clothes that we wear, the house that we live in, everything is created by others, right? We didn't make it all ourselves. We didn't produce the clothes by ourselves, the clothes that we're wearing. So it's all by the kindness of others.
양가들이 받은 말이야. 나는 내가 이제 깔리지 않는 이 인주의 요인처럼 나도 왔어. 나도 왔어.
And then again, you might defend to that by saying, oh, no, I had to work hard to earn money, and I bought all this with my money, my hard-earned money.
그 용어도 내가 쓸줄 야 시험하지 되기로 왔어.
Again, you couldn't make money without a work, right? So who gave you the work? It's others, right? So without others, you cannot even find a job.
그게 내가 내 시험 에듀케이션 쓸줄 대로 시험하기로 왔어.
And then again, you might say, oh, that work, I earned that work because I had the knowledge, I had the experience. Again, who gave you the knowledge? You didn't get the knowledge by yourself. You learned it from somebody else, right? From teachers and so forth. So it's again others.
둘째 삼바탕다 당은 나바로 제외나 다 생신 자산 수수 받아만 제 많이 와치우는 말들이다 대 수수 단위 밤마다 수수까지 제가 나지 공소에 밤마 제가 가르쳐 본다 당에 되는세 보고 대 공소 대화 그런 야보는 거 그래서 뭐 들라고 그래서
And in Buddhism, we also talk about all sentient beings having been our mother because of our infinite future lives, the past lives, right? So we had infinite past lives, and so during those times, we had somebody, who's been our mother. So there isn't one who can say, oh, this person has not been our mother. So therefore, every sentient being has been our mother, and because at that time when they've been our mother, they've been just like the mother of this life, how much kind she has been in this life, just like that. Those sentient beings, when they were my mother, they have been very kind to me in that also.
당 간주문이 소수고 밤마다 소수를 가르친 것처럼 제일 말씀. 저는 소수 밤마 제니 왔나? 소수 보라 가서 제와요. 대단히 간주 밤마 가서 제와요.
So it is difficult to again think about the kindness of the parents of this life, and so maybe it will be easier for people who have been parents. So like how much you care about your children. You can think in the same way, that much your parents have cared about you.
근데 양을 뻗지래 양 주가래. 고소 갈라는 거지. 산전에 보면 제니어서 갈라요. 제야 명을 전으로 왔어.
So again, you might also think how it is possible for all sentient beings to, for having been my mother.
빼차잖아. 저도 간가 틀린지 제니어를 왔어. 틀린지 말아 왔어.
So for example, all of you have been teenagers, right? But are you teenagers now? No, right?
얘기 사원. 근데 인자 그러나 삼지전은 저는 밤마를 해가면 말이야. 저는 밤마 제니어를 해서라고 또.
So just like that, it's not saying that they are your parents, but they have been your parents.
But this is a little complicated. Just as if we talk about more Buddhism, you explain more, think about more like that. Anyway, the time you didn't go to the Kadimbanachi, round a genuine Chewa Yamba, the Jesus of some town, and the Jebel of some come on pet or some town rest.
And so from today, for the rest of the year and possibly the rest of the life, try to have this thought, wanting to benefit others more than yourself.
And the Shuman and Munijana Deb was in a library, not to change level Tambote and the Shigis. Karazana, change level Tambote, Shajuk and Pension, or Shajuk says that Kanjita, Jen, there was a demo of the Veloci,
and so we're supposed to go through this text, but we're not going to go through this. We're going to go through, we're going to study different texts. Find the first chapter of the Great Treatise Way of Life, which explains about the benefits of bodhicitta.
The bodhicitta is never chamber, raw, raw, kanji. That day, so to get a Ketovana, that didn't go so well.
And so, like I mentioned earlier, that bodhicitta is very important. If you have bodhicitta, then yourself will be happy, or others around you will be happy. And then from the moment you have genuine bodhicitta, your happiness has started.
Shanchu was sent to Portan, and Ngawang said, Dada can never go with sitting in my training. That dumps us on the canny, and the using my death to my day, Tituna son of Towns. And the chief Shanchu was some colony, chief Nasa cannibal, Das cannibal.
So the reason why it is emphasized, the importance of this is emphasized is because this time when I went to receive a teaching from His Holiness, and during the time when he gave initiation, and during the initiation is the teachings on Tantra. So there will be kind of commitments, vows and commitments to keep. So the commitment, usually there is a commitment related with the deity, of the initiation that was given. And instead of giving the commitment of that deity, His Holiness recited a few verses from Nagarjuna's precious garland and fundamental wisdom. And so there's two verses. So one verse was about bodhicitta, and one verse was about the correct view of emptiness. And so he said the commitment of taking this initiation of this deity for this time is to recite these verses.
And then think about that. Therefore, this very, I mean, like was not to do a things for it, not something was, not the also that cheap. The only one just watching it, she enjoyed below the was what a thing also.
And so, like I mentioned earlier, so all the sufferings come from where? From thinking I, right? From the self-chasing attitude. And then, and other sufferings that comes from the grasping at the I. Grasping at the I, or the self-grasping ignorance. And so, this practice of the bodhicitta and correct view of emptiness is to cut these two.
What it is that Tenley some Tani, Jumanando, Shunjula, Tambunima, and the
And so, because of these reasons, from the following week, we will study the first chapter of the Great Treatise Way of Life.
Okay? Like that, I think this is enough. And not talk too much. And you have any questions? If you have some questions, you can open question, no. Open your question or question open, okay? And,
To a teacher.
to a teacher.
You can ask your questions.
Just tell you, someone. Usually, I like to also ask question and answers. If you have a question, you're going to also some doubt, you're learning something. And, we all want to learn some, oh yeah, another, Usually we have problems, says, oh no, another, yeah. Okay, first, maybe Sharon first, then we, okay?
Me first?
Yeah.
my question is, isn't there a time though, you have, it's all about, we think I, and what it benefits us. Then there's a time that in your life you're dealing with people, and the best thing to do for the person is for you to do something else, like not help them anymore or something, because they're being so harmful to you, so they don't be harmful to you. Isn't it best that you walk away or something to not disturb their karma, instead of, it isn't all about I, but it's about what's best for them too. Do you understand what I'm trying to say, Dom Cho?
All'età faremo due scenari politici usano da musica. Da calcolo è ancora la faggio quando faggio qua c'è un quanto c'è questo. In realtà faggio c'è un quando io ci ne voglio già lasciare ne vorrà. Ma nella ma c'è delle gara ma questo è caso. Ma dopo qua c'è una poi c'è pen도 몇 번이야. 저 야면은 돈 넣어 줘야 되는 게는 파 코로나 pen도 제가 사도에 뭐 파셔 다시 도셔는 되게 말이었어.
시당 뒤도 뒤마에 봐라. 똥개봐서는 사진 못 쓰는 거. 탐게 제거했어. 얘나 가지 수중근이 봐서 올다요 말이지. 근데 탐신지네.
Yes, of course, you have to be skilled, be skillful, in helping others. If this is going to, cause others to be more lazy and not do their own things on their own when they can, and because you're like spoiling them to do all these things, then of course for their benefit, so again when you're thinking about them, right, so you already have your thought about them, so you're not like ignoring them. So if I do that, it's going to cause harm, and if he does it himself, then he will learn it how to do it, and it will be good for himself. So you're thinking about that person. So when you do that, that's okay.
Okay? Yeah.
My question was similar to hers. It was just like when you give and you always giving, and this person just taking, always taking, nothing giving, giving nothing back. Yeah.
탐케죠.
Yeah, you have to be skillful also.
아니 뒤도 뒤마만 개봐서 가르치고 가르치고. 야지 김세대는 너무 인지 잘라 로바지 잘라 좀 계셔 봤어. 저 로바지 지금 내가 저거 줬더니 계셔 어떻게 말고 저는 봤더니 검소 야부지야 소소 뭐는 게야. 아니지. 용이 지죠. 소소 나도 야부지야. 내가 무슨 인지 잘라 될 거 같은 데 계셔 말했어.
So you have to be more skillful in giving, and also check the time when you should give and when you should not give. You should be more skillful with that. And when you say giving, it doesn't have to be all the time like giving money or giving things to them. You can give in many different ways, and advice or prayers and so forth.
그래서 님은 책도 내가 전임에 아직 가리다 지나고 바르게 살아야겠나? 콜라베티아 다 지나는 지역에 이마진가 매도 나서 네가 좀 가르치게 봤어.
So if there is somebody that you have to give all the time, and just the person lives on your giving, and then you should, give advice to that person saying, oh, you should not be just living on other person's giving. What happens if other person dies? Or what happens if I die, or if I'm no longer around, then how are you going to live? So you should learn to do things by yourself and earn yourself like that. Give advice like that. So that's giving also. Give advice like that. So that's giving one.
양 3년 수수 샘벨로 마땅하지. 얘가 양치. 무슨 양치 맞지 제일 was.
So and then again, in order to teach that person, you can stop giving physically, but not mentally. Mentally, you don't give up that person. So in your thought, you should hold that person all the time, dear and near all the time. But in physically, you should okay, don't stop giving. To help that person to do things by himself or herself.
그냥 밤마서 그냥 뿌야뿌야하고 제도 시와 trapo 가리는 직전에 같이 답이지네. 세물을 당하마다 무슨 삼삼 또 이제만 맞아서로 너무 삼아지고 같이 되면 뭐 가는 여러 가지. 세물을 당겨 말아. 보여지더라고.
So just like the parents have to act in a gentle way or a wrathful way sometimes, to help the child, and of course, sometimes the parents will not give the things that he asks to teach him that lessons. But of course, in the thought, they always think about the child. They care about the child all the time. That's that kind of caring is there all the time. But then sometimes you have to be rough. If you have to scold them, beat them, or love them, or give them, or stop giving them.
Don't beat, okay? You beat here, there's big problem. You beat Tibet and India, it's good. No problem. Sometimes, you can, especially Westerns, this our people is no good, right? But in Tibetan culture, you beat your kids for a while. Look for them.
To help the child. Not because you want to harm the child, but to help the child. So it is some way it is very strange in here because the children are given so much power, and the parents don't have much power to do anything. So because the parents don't have the power to fix the child, therefore if the child doesn't have naturally a good nature, if the child is not a good natured person, then it's very easy for a child to go and become a bad person.
Yes.
His Holiness said that the only justifiable reason for hitting someone is in self-defense.
His Holiness, he said?
Yes, I saw, it was an interview or a film. I can't remember which one, but he said, oh, the only reason to hit is if you're being attacked.
Maybe he was just joking.
Maybe he was in a specific context.
Maybe there's, like Anila said, there's a specific context.
Yeah.
Maybe for some reason, and there may be more reason than just that. So, so sometimes His Holiness says, if somebody comes to beat you, what do? Or then he said, oh, maybe you can just beat him back. Like a joke, in a joke like that.
It is, okay, anyway, why we have to talk that? Anyway, it is 딱 만족을 지금 중동 동의를 만족 장사도 가나 공부도 가나 그 중국 담보치기 도요. 말은 니발 가서 중국인도 니발 땅에서 와. 야, 번미시 제가 그랬어. 대고 거기 가서 공부도 그 두자 체지 뭐 그 니발이 사람 니발 봐야지.
So in the monasteries, we have the rules, where you'll be punished, if you do things wrong or if you don't do the things right. So the punishment is not, to harm the person. It's to help the person to do the things in correct.
Okay, like that. 저도 보라 산도 주다가 개원대 시작으로 왔어. 시간 가를 보고 두자 체지 마라. 보고 야 보여 어제 보라지. 노바 나보대 안으로 지금
So you as a parent, you sometimes have to punish your children, right? And the reason why you do that is not, or sometimes you like say look in an angry way or say harsh words and things like that. So that the reason that of doing that is to help the child, right? Not to cause the harm, to cause the child harm.
근데 다 당기 지난 일 아니야. 지난 일 가진나 바로 바지는 전도 나빠지는 선뜻 라포를 어제니 콜라비아지 않네. 근데 지금 보여 왔다
And so, like you said, when you help somebody all the time and they keep on taking and don't give it back at all, and in that case you can just help them, give them advice, or, strongly, and to help that person in that way.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Then we stop. Thank you so much. I hope all of you have very successful year, very happy year, you have wonderful year. I wish, I pray for all of you, and you will start to new year to best, for the best. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Please turn to page 39 of the Kurukulla Center Purple. Thanksgiving envelope. Saji pertisha shukme putra veva nishu nite nyamwadi sami shindu nite uarji purunam dakshin nashu pashu jesu mani kutse ratenchin mamwajide chochuke pada rosan kempe tune sasunki roin unsilta tune kyushi Tsongkhapa's final lam-rim prayer. From my two collections back to the space, I have amassed this work with effort of this practice for a great length of time. May I add from the chief meaty wood of the whole foods which reminds me of the lines of life and life of wisdom. Even if I do not use it, I have become your loving compassion for all my life and ministry. May I find the best of complete creative passive teachings, and may I please all the Buddhists by practicing, using skillful means to honor the strong force of compassion. May I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings with the points of the path as I have discerned them. May I uphold the Buddhist teachings for a very long time. God, I are going out with great compassion in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread or once spread in upon. May I reveal this treasure of happiness in me. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted boundless peace, and the Buddhist teaching nourished for a long time. By even this great force of enlightenment, completed due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their children. May all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive for practicing the excellent path never be parted in the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Maya virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may the oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. The short one out there for His Holiness the In that snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Shen Rezi remain in life till samsara's end. Prayer that spontaneously fulfills all needs. Prayer for Lamas' birthday. prepared to always meet with perfect teachers. Your form and body is all Buddhas, your nature is that of Mahayana, you are the root of the angels, homage to you, O Guru. In short, I seek your blessings, O protector, to be cared for by you from birth unremittingly throughout all my lives. Chief disciple, opening up the secret of your body, speech, and mind. Protector, please grant all the archangels and your May my spiritual master impart to me every instruction and every teaching in its entirety, having understood them faultlessly, may I guide them and be able to bring them to perfection. May I never even for a moment fall under the sway of malevolent teachers and misleading friends. Having developed in every life belief in cause and effect, renunciation, devotee mind, and pure view, may I embark upon them continually with effortless experience. May every life, may every virtuous act gathered by way of body, speech, and mind be caused solely for the welfare of others and for the purpose of the highest enlightenment. Page 57, page 57. Through this virtue may I swiftly, having
Thank you, Geshe. Have a good day. Have a